What's going on, Falcons fan? This is your boy Rakundo coming back at you with another video. Today we're going to talk about the Washington football team against our Atlanta Falcons in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium this weekend. Before we get to the video, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button. Please hit the notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so I can get some more likes, some more hits, and bring some more Falcon fans in to share my content. Um, so let's go on and get to it. So you guys always go offense, defense, special teams. What I think it's going to take for our team to get a win this weekend. So we're going offense first. First thing I think we need to do, we need to continue to work the quick game with Matt Ryan. Get the ball out of hand. We got a good front four. Coming in from the Washington football teams. They haven't got a lot of sacks, but of course those guys got a lot of talent on there. Four first round picks they got on there. Chase Young, um, Payne, those guys they're looking. Of course, they probably watched that Philadelphia Eagle games. Think some things they probably can take advantage of. Of course, our offensive line played better the last 2 weeks, but we got to continue to improve. But what we want to do, we want to take what the defense give you. That's what Matt Ryan been doing all season. Of course, we've been getting a long methodical drive by doing it that way. Of course, like I said last week, I thought we need to get some more explosive plays. But if their defense is going to play us a certain way and they're going to try to make us play the long game, hey, that's what we need to do. We get that ball control, the quick game, and that's what it is. If it's outlets out to the running back because they're playing cover shell, playing deep with the two safeties back and giving us our outlets to our running backs, we're going to take that. Um, so we just continue the quick game, and until they adjust, we're going to keep taking advantage of it. And I think that's what we need to do. Second thing, I think we need to run the ball. We got to start running the ball a lot better. Um, if we able to run the ball, that'll create that play action so we can start getting those big plays. We can kind of suck that safety in. They might have started putting 8 in the box, start playing the man-to-man. We can get man-to-man coverage against Calvin Ridley, against Kyle Pitts. And we can start seeing if Hayden Hurst can get involved in the offense. Um, we thought the 12 personnel, 13 personnel was going to be a big package for us. It has, but I don't think we've taken advantage of it with our 2 tight ends and 3 tight end sets. Lee Smith, believe it or not, has been more productive than Hayden Hurst in our offense so far. But I think they just giving us time to get the chemistry. I think we're going to be able to do that. But if we can be able to run the ball better, coming from Tennessee, Arthur Smith came from, he was running the ball a lot. Of course, we don't have Derrick Henry, but we still can be able to run the ball. We got to be able to run the ball to set up that play action so we can start taking those big shots down the field and start creating the favorable mismatches for our targets outside. Of course, Russell Gage is going to be out again, so Lumdays Kid is going to have to step up. And Frank Darby was not listed on the injury report, so maybe he might get his first be active for the first time this week. We'll just have to see about that. But that's and then the last thing for our offense is make sure we execute on third down. If you look at our first 3 plays against the New York Giants last week, it was 3 and out. Our first 3 drives, it was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. We cannot have that. Our defense held up. We're only holding to 6 points within that time frame, but we can't expect that to happen every week. Our offense got to be able to produce. If anything, don't go 3 and out. Give your defense a chance to rest, create better field position, and that's what we want to do. So we got to be able to execute on third down. So if we able to utilize the quick game, take what the defense gives us, run the ball, where we can start setting up the mismatches for our weapons that we got: Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, Hayden Hurst, Days of Kids, start getting one-on-one matchups. That's going to be great. And then the last thing is be able to continue to move the ball on third down. We did that well in our last 2 drives to actually, to get that win. But we can be more consistent through 4 quarters. That's what we want. So that's what I think what it's going to take for us to on offense. So let's go ahead to defense. Defense. On the defensive side of the ball, we need to make sure that, for one thing, we want to get out the field on third down. If we're able to get out the field on third down, that bode well for us last week. Like I said, we was able to hold those guys to 6 points in that first quarter, pretty much throughout the whole game. So that last drive, they got a touchdown. But if we're able to get out the field on third down, and we want to make them drive the long way. We don't want to give up big shots. So that's one of the things that we definitely got to do is get out the field on third down. The second thing, like I said, don't give up big plays. We can limit the big plays to Terry McLaughlin, Gibson, their tight end they got over there. Need to make sure that we're able to make them do methodical drives down the field. And then hopefully when we get in the red zone, if we let them get in the red zone, we can hold them to 3. I know Dean Payne mentioned that a couple of weeks ago that he was not happy about our red zone defense. Well, we actually picked it up a little bit better against the New York Giants last week. If we can continue that trend, it'll be great. I think they got a couple of good tight ends over there. Of course, like I said, they got Terry McLaughlin, and then we just found out that the speedy receiver that they got / weapon Samuels is coming back off an injury as well, so we're gonna have to be able to deal with him this week as well. So there's just the three things, 2 things that we need to factor in. All those weapons they got, and then last but not least is talk about special teams. My special teams keys really don't change that much because I think it's really about field position on the return game and the kicking game. If we able to create field position for our offense, give them a short field to move the ball, and then on the kicking game, we able to pin them deep and make them go the long game. Um, Not a whole lot to say about Young Wei Koo right now because he's been doing a great job, and I think if we can just give him chances like we did last week, he's going to be uh, productive for us. However, we don't want to be able to, being have to win the game at the last minute. Hopefully, we can get a couple of convincing wins, and then we be cruising in the fourth quarter and run our 4-minute offense or something like that. Hopefully, we can see some of those games this year, and so so the fan base could be able to survive throughout the whole year because the game like we saw on Friday, that's one of those games you be on your pins and needles all game long, and and if you recall last year we lost a lot of games like that, and 1-score games where this year we was able to, for our first chance at it, first knock at it, we was able to execute and actually get the job done. So that's one of the good things you think about. Um, at that improvement, we got to build on it. Just one game. It's just the 4th game of the season, and that's what we're looking for. Um, the last thing I got, I know if you guys watch, most of you guys probably did watch the Dean P's press conference yesterday. Um, I really like what he had to say. It's pretty much the same thing I've been saying about the patience and letting these guys learn. It's a new offense, a new defensive scheme. These guys getting better, and what we want to see improvement throughout the weeks after weeks, and we build improvement after improvement, and then you know when we get in the middle of the season, we can actually start seeing it pay off and start seeing these guys. Dean P's mentioned that he kind of simplified it for them because he want to make sure they get that first before he start adding to the add more to the plate. But the good thing about it is we got to win at the same time, and that's really my only thing was I knew it was going to take time. I knew that the improvement was going to take a while because these guys in a new scheme. However, we able to squeak out some wins and create that winning that culture where we're going to fight, and then in the end we'll be there right there, to try to get a win. That's what we want. Um, I think it's very important for our fan base to stay behind the team. Um, and that's why, like you guys, like I said, I'm a real Falcon fan because um, through the ups and downs, I'm here. I'm gonna watch every game. I pretty much, for the most part, I'll be watching it always to the end, especially when I think we got a chance. I always believe we're going to be able to pull it out. I think our defense is going to make a play. I think our offense is going to, if they haven't been struggling all game, I think they're going to finally start clicking, just like they did against the Giants. So um, I really appreciate the coach coming out, getting his feelings about it. It's going to take a while, I know, to change some of you guys' mind, some of you Falcon fans that thought we could have went in a different direction. You're tired of losing. I think we are tired of losing. Um, but at the same time, you got to look. You got to look. The more support you give your team, the better they want to fight for you, and the better they want to try to put a good product on the field. And then you got to keep in mind, this regime just got here, so you got to give them a chance to build their identity, to build their culture, to see if if they can actually, put something productive out on the field for us. We can't start getting down on a team after 3 games. Um, so I really appreciate the coach coming out, giving his thoughts on that, and hopefully, we start to just have a little bit more patience for this team. We definitely want to get wins. I'm not saying that if they lose, we're going to call them out when we see bad play, see bad coaching. But at the same time, you got to give these guys a chance to figure it out. And then in the meantime, if while they're figuring it out, we can get back to 500 this weekend. That'd be awesome. Other than that, guys, that's all I got. You guys let me know what y'all think about what I think is going to take to get this win this weekend. Um, I'll be there. Um, hopefully I'm not a bad luck charm. Every time I go, we lose. If that's the case, I might sit out the next week and just see what happens. But um, I'm not gonna say I'm the bad luck charm for the Falcons. These guys just go out and play. Both teams are 1-2. Um, just like last week. Whoever loses is going to go down. They go down to 3 losses, and that's not what we want. So let's see, can we get back to 500 and stay within in the middle of this NFC race. Even though it's early, they're going to be a quarter. Well, I can't say the quarter of the season anymore because it's 17 games now, so we be almost at the quarter of the season. And let's see what happens with these guys. Um, I can see us getting proven every week, and by week 8, I think we're going to really be maybe be a team we want to be. You guys let me know. I think our offense is going to be starting to figure it out a little bit. Um, I think we just a game or two away from seeing Kyle Pitts actually explode, seeing Calvin Ridley explode, seeing Mike Davis um, go for a big 100-yard game, something like that. Seeing if Deion Jones can to add on to his pick six record that he has, things like that. I think we're gonna start getting on the road here soon. But we got to be patient. I think we got the right coaches in place um, to get these guys where they need to go. And I think we just got to give these guys time. Like I said, it's just been 4 games, guys. 3 games. It's the 4th game. So let's see what happens. See if they got any better. Let's see if if by week 6, by going into the bye week, we can be at 3-2. If we can be at 3-2 going into the bye week, that means we beat the Washington football team this week, and then we go to London and beat the Jets. That means we can actually be going to our bye week at 3-2. And I don't know if a lot of people after our first 2 games thought that we would be 3-2. I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit because we haven't even played the Washington football team yet, but if we can actually get that win and then pull off another win in London, that would be 3 straight wins, and that'll put us at 3-2. And then the sky's the limit for us. We come back from the bye week rejuvenated and see can we continue. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Let's see if these guys are able to accomplish that. Even if we be 2-3 going into the bye week, we still right there. That means we one game under 500. So it's not all is lost, but at the same time, let's see can these guys get on the win streak. I believe they can. I hope you guys do too. So with that being said, this is your boy Ricondo, a real Falcon fan. Peace.